How did you get into rap music?
Man, I think everybody was into rap music, honestly. Like, if you were black, I think you was into rap music just from what the Hot Boys, just from what No Limit was. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wanted to make them say, you know what I mean? Everybody was like, wanted to be a #1 stunner. Everybody was, you know what I mean, Nas or Biggie or Pac, you know what I mean? But it was like a group of guys, you know what I'm saying, my city, you know what I mean? Mike Fresh, D. Kelly Brew, you know what I mean? They pretty much put on for the city. So that kind of made me want to go out and, you know what I mean, see what it do. You know what I mean? So I linked up with them, and it's been J famous ever since, you know what I mean?
What age were you when you got into rap?
Man, I was like, probably like 16, 17 when I started messing around with it, you know what I mean?
Any musical influences? Anybody that inspired you?
Oh man, you know, Fiend, got to put him on there. b.i.g, C Murder. Like, I just been a fan of old rap, you know what I mean? Weezy, Jeezy, I fuck with Plies. Like, it's just like, I'm just not into like that new shit, man. I like that shit where it was concrete, you know what I mean? Scarface, you know what I mean? You know, 3-6, you know what I mean? Like, that's just player fly, you know, like Dirty Boys, you know what I mean? That's the type of shit that I listen to. I still listen to that type of shit today, like in my CD player. Like, I don't even have like the new recent up to date shit. I got all throwback shit, you know what I mean?
How many years have you been perfecting your craft before you got the situation with Fiend for?
Man, shit, I've been perfecting that motherfucker since I went in the box. You know what I mean? It's just different when you writing in the prison and you in the actual studio, you know, because you in the prison, you beating on a box, you trying to make your own beat, you're writing, you're doing this and doing that, you know what I mean? But it was all practice, you know what I mean, to get me to this point where you get to this project, this $1 Million Mission, like, it got me to this point, man, you know what I mean? Like I said, I wrote a lot of stuff, probably on like 2 or 3 songs translated into actual songs that I did in the studio, you know what I mean?
From prison.
From prison, you know what I mean? And they'll probably never be heard, you know what I mean? Just because the growth that's happened from then to there, you know what I mean?
How old were you when you got in the box?
When I got in the box, I was 19, yeah.
And then how old were you when you signed with Fiend?
Well, you know, we just worked that situation out at the beginning of this year. Yeah.
So, over 10 years?
Yeah. Grinding, man.
Now, do you remember your first rap or what you were rapping about back then?
I remember like the first song, man, like my homeboy posted a picture of the same little CD that he had, that he recorded and burnt it on, you know what I mean? Like the original, you know what I mean? It was called, damn, what was the motherfucker called? I See These Haters. You know what I mean? It's called I See These Haters, man. That shit was lit for the time, you know what I mean? It was lit, you know what I mean?
It was about haters, I'm assuming?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
When it comes to the music industry, what bothers you the most about it at this point? What's your biggest pet peeve with it, if anything?
Man, just I don't think that it got no heartfelt shit in it no more, man. I think it's a motherfucker that's worried about swagging it out and catching a wave, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't sit back and hit that motherfucker and that Scarface shit, that storytelling shit no more, you know what I mean? It ain't got that in it no more. It ain't got that Majesty Murder, that b.i.g shit. It don't have that essence, you know what I'm saying, what it came from, I think, no more, you know what I mean? There's very few artists, I think, right now, you know what I mean, that they can actually say that they kind of they tote that torch, you know what I mean?
Who do you blame for that? Record labels and executives, or listeners and consumers?
Man, everybody, I think everybody play a part in that shit, you know what I mean? Everybody play a part in it, you know what I mean, for letting that type of shit slide, you know what I mean? You can't just, you know what I mean? It works for them, you know what I mean? But what works for them won't work for me, you know what I mean? What works for me won't work for them, you know what I mean? That's like me and you homeboys, like your homeboys ain't my homeboys, you know what I mean? My homeboys ain't your homeboys, you know what I mean? But it's a mutual respect there, cause we all, you know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at it, you know? I ain't gonna knock their hustle or nothing like that. They doing what they feel like is best, you know what I mean? Like I told you before, you know, as long as they wake up every morning like shit, they ain't letting themselves down, and fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Can this be fixed? Is there a solution to this?
It's just gonna take time, man. It's gonna take time. Everything will have to recycle itself again, you know? It's like retro J's, you know what I mean? Like, it's gotta come back around. It's gotta come back around to that essence again, to that street again, that concrete again, that struggle again, you know what I mean? Right now, ain't nobody where the 90s and shit, like, the niggas that's rapping this shit now, like, they didn't go through a lot, you know what I mean? They didn't go through that struggle to be able to rap about that struggle, you know what I mean? They didn't go through that. They went out there moving packs like that, you know what I mean? They went out there, goddamn it, seeing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? When crack really hit, you know what I mean? They went out, they ain't seeing that type of shit. Now, it's all new drugs, you know what I'm saying? Most ain't seeing smokers hit cans and hit pipes no more and antennas and shit, you know what I mean? They seeing a motherfucker pop a molly, you know what I mean? They seeing a motherfucker pour some lean, you know what I mean? So it's just different. It's just, they raised different, you know what I mean? You can't really blame them for that, you know what I mean? I can't go off and rap about what they rap about, cause shit, I ain't live that shit, you know what I mean? I speak on what I know and what I done seen, what I done lived through, you know what I mean? It's like I expect the next man to try to do something like that, you know what I mean?
Top 3 things you need in the studio.
Top 3 things I need in the studio. Some liquor, green tea, and my glasses.
What type of liquor?
Man, I'm a clear drinker, man. The only brown I can deal with is like Remy. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, I'm a clear drinker, man. I like vodka. I deal with it, Evian, fucking Patron. You know, I like that type of shit.
What kind of vodka?
Effing. You know what I mean? Effing probably Ivan. Ciroc sometimes, you know what I mean? Depending on the vibe, you know what I mean?
Craziest studio story, if you have one.
I got one, but it's too fresh right now. We just left the studio. Me, Fiend, Maggie, and Trek, man. A lot of other people, man. We just left studios doing some stuff, man. But I ain't even gonna speak on that right now. I'll wait on that.
I'm sure you come across a variety of beats. Has there been any beat that you received that you passed on that became a bigger song for somebody else?
Nah, not that I can think of. You know what I mean? I think, you know, Fiend, he played me so many beats. You know, he produced, he ghostwrite, he do all this shit. You know what I mean? So he done had a lot of shit that he done passed my way that I've been like, man, I might not be ready for that yet. You know what I mean? At this stage, you know what I mean?
What's the realest song you ever wrote so far in your whole catalog of music?
Man, so I ain't even gonna say I got one of the realest songs, man. I think all of it, man, it's just raw. You know what I mean? Like, it's giving you the whole story. You know what I mean? Like, this $1 million mission, tell you, it's gonna be like everything about me in one. You know what I mean? It's an autobiography down there. You know what I mean? And like every song you gonna feel it. You know what I mean? It tells a story from school to college to prison to back out jugging to back to prison to doing with Fiend to, you know what I mean? Like I love all my music, man. I'm not gonna drop it unless it's real. You know what I mean?
Risk versus reward. What's the biggest risk you took for your music career so far?
Man, this shit here costs a bag. If you get into this music, man, don't think you can just get into this music, man, and just make a song, put it on YouTube, and you gonna blow up. That's a pipe dream, homie. This shit is a real grind, man. Like, I've been out here, man. Me and Fiend, we've been out here for like since Monday. It's like Friday. I think I done had 10 hours of sleep, you know what I mean? In 5 days, you know what I mean? Just pumping out material. Video this, interview this, you know what I mean? Documentary pieces here and there, you know what I mean? Like, it's a grind, man. If you don't have that bag, like, shit, ain't nobody gonna wanna deal with you if you ain't putting your own, if you ain't got no money, if you ain't got faith enough to put money in your own self, don't expect nobody else to do it for you. You know what I mean? Like, shit, beats cost, studio time cost, music videos cost, extras cost, you know what I mean? Travel cost, you know what I mean?
Hotels?
Like, hotels, fucking Ubers, food, like this shit here, man, it take a bag. Promo, man, boy. I just say, me and Fiend, that whole album, that was a bag, man. You know, like, I just blessed. Like I said, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I came in with something, you know what I mean? So I had something to put down and take that leap of faith with, you know what I mean?
Proudest accomplishment so far in your music career?
I think this $1 million mission gonna be as proud. It's the biggest thing for me to date, you know what I mean? And I think that is gonna solidify me into the game, you know what I mean? Think that right there, cosign. That's gonna be it, you know what I mean? Besides getting that phone call from Fiend, like, hey, I'm rocking with you, you know what I mean? We finna take it to the next level, you know what I mean? It's FDE, you know what I mean?
What's the biggest misconception of you?
That I'm rich, or, you know what I mean, I can do whatever, you know what I mean? That shit far from the truth, man. I just know how to manage myself, you know what I mean? I make wise decisions, you know what I mean?
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
Boy, hey, one thing about it, man, I think every street nigga can relate to this, man. If you get in a bag, if you getting any type of money out here in these streets, boy, you gotta fight those demons, you know what I mean? It's always gonna be haters saying something, man. If you get in a bag, you know what I mean, nigga, it's he getting it fronted, he the police, he did this, he telling this, he fucking her, he doing it. Like, man, there's so many rumors, man, I ain't even get into all that shit there. I don't even pay no attention to it. I just do me, you know what I mean? Every time I hear a new rumor, I go buy myself something new, you know what I mean?
Do you care what people think of you?
The only person I care about, man, is about letting myself down. So what another person think, man, is really irrelevant, you know what I mean? As long as I can wake up and look in the mirror, you know what I mean? The other people that think about me, they weren't thinking about me when I was doing them 9 years. You know, when I was in that box, they weren't thinking about me. I ain't getting no letters. I ain't getting no money orders, you know what I mean? Get no visits, you know what I mean? So what the fuck I care about that for now, you know what I mean? Like, you can keep your opinions, you can keep everything, because last time I checked, I ain't asking motherfucker for shit.
What are your keys to success?
Stay humble, grind hard, you know what I mean? And keep it real, man. You know what I mean? my biggest thing. I think my biggest thing, you ask any of my homies, anybody I deal with on that type of level, it's like shit, you know what I mean? Don't depend on me if I can't depend on you. You know what I mean? I think that's like my life motto, you know what I mean? Don't depend on me if I know damn well I can't depend on you, you know what I mean?